Mahalo everybody, Big Daddy here, Big Dick Ballistics coming at you for 2025 with our first video, a review of the Ruger RXM. Now guys, I'm going to skip all the bull crap that I usually do in the introductions. I'll put them at the end, that way you're not bored. So anyway, thank you to Hunter Sports in Massapequa, Nassau County, New York. Mark, you're my saving grace. So this pistol dropped and the next day they had it for me at Hunter Sports. They only had one. I got it for MSRP, $3.99. I don't care about paying for quality. I just want what I want when I want it, and they always have everything. So kudos to them. So unboxing and review, right? I already opened it up and shot it because I couldn't help myself. So regular plastic case. I don't know if you guys know about all the craze, but you shouldn't be seeing it here for the first time because it's come out. So how does it come? You got your pistol, injection molded thermoplastic, right? You got your manuals, accessories, lock, 2 P mags. Now the civilian ones in the great state of New York come with 2 10-round mags, P mags to be exact. Now, usually I kind of mind P mags. I like OEM stock Glock mags, but it's a Magpul frame, right? So there you go. Like I said, had no problem with it, but we'll get into the specs. So anybody who's taking a class, right? Safe direction, there's no safety, so I keep my booger hook off the trigger. All right, source, there's no magazine in there. And chamber, right? Comes with a little nifty chamber flag. It's got a nice rubber band if you're worried about the grip surface. No, I'm just kidding. So guys, the RXM, okay? I saw it. I was kind of intrigued by it, but then I thought, hey, this is just another Glock. Got this thing, called up, they held it for me, ran over there and grabbed it. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, I want to rip this thing open. I ripped it open on the counter, and the first thing I noticed, right, this chassis system, okay? Now, their fire control unit, fire control group, whatever they want to call it, it's not like we haven't seen this before, right? Springfield has your Echelon, right? SIG is the 320, and Springfield actually did come out with it from what I've heard from my guys in the industry before SIG did. They just waited forever to drop it. But it's a Gen 3 Glock that sits in kind of like a fire control unit, like a chassis, a drop-in. So on the side, I'm going to block it out, but you can see there's an exposed serial number here, which makes this thing cool if, in fact, you want to upgrade down the road to a full-size frame, creating some kind of 19X Glock 45 configuration where you have a 17 grip and a 19 slide. So, again, this is just a really nice finished machine steel Glock slide, okay? It's nitride coated. We'll start at the top. So what you're getting with it, all right, you're getting a nitride steel finish. It's very nice. There's a lot of attention to detail here. The edges aren't really rounded, but there's a nice bevel to them in multiple spots. It's optics cut, okay? So it's a direct mount optics cut for Delta Point Pro, RMR, RMSC configuration, and it's got an interesting pin set that comes with it. Now, I don't have anything to go on here right now, but I will be upgrading it. Comes with suppressor height sights, serrated in the back for anti-glare, and you have a nice little tritium dot in the front. I think they are Ameriglow, don't quote me on that, but they look pretty similar. Your recoil spring assembly, it looks like it's made out of metal instead of the common Glock plastic stuff. And this barrel looks like a GMB, a Glock Marksman barrel, okay? Has a little bit of a recessed target crown, which I like. I'm going to rip some casings and see what it looks like under the microscope, and we'll see if, in fact, it is a real GMB barrel. Our trigger, right? Semi-flat face. So it's got a nice smooth take up regardless, smooth break, and a pretty short reset, okay? Now the shoe isn't made of metal, it's plastic. I don't care about that, but it's not overly wide and it's not overly thin. Anybody's ever upgraded to the Glock Performance trigger, it's a lot of plastic in there. It's chunky, it's bulky, and if you want to upgrade it really nice, you have to go to those Johnny Glock shoes, and they are not cheap. And I don't want to put any more money into a stock Glock, and that's what I thrive with. Stock Glocks, like I said, equal top shots. Your grip surface area on this thing, it's got a nice aggressive grip that you find on other Magpul products. P-Mags, that ACR variant that they had. They are very nice. It's got a section for a piece of pick in the front. I don't know if it's the Gen 4 style key or the Gen 5 style key. I've yet to put a Surefire X300, but I definitely will on here. The magazine release has a little bit of a bevel in it, so kind of breaking that grip, it's just a little bit easier for your thumb to index on there. I have meaty palms and short fingers, like I always say, so I do have to do some contorting to get this thing out, but it's very positive. It's very nice. You do have a little bit of a built-in flare to that magazine well, so listen, I don't believe in those flanged mag wells, flared mag wells, whatever you say. It's reps. It's in and out of the holster, dry, and then it translates to the range. And it takes a lot to do. But again, this thing is nice. It feels good in my meaty hands. It's slightly undercut, but it's just got a nice grip angle. So I took this thing about a month and a half ago to a class I was teaching in New Jersey. We were doing the New York State DCJS qual. I was doing a class and an HR 218 refresher, and right out of the box, all I did was wipe it down to get some of the preservative off of it and put some fresh oil on it, and this thing ripped. I did the New York State DCJS qual in about 22.25 seconds, roughly, clean. And listen, it's a Glock 19. I've been shooting Glock 19s for over 20 plus years. I rip with them, I shred with them, and I'm a big iron sight fan, but I've adapted and overcome over the years to the dot. And I can honestly say this thing was fucking nasty out of the box. It was great. No issues whatsoever. I let everybody that was there shoot it, so I was probably qualifying 18 people, and they enjoyed it as well. I've yet to clean it, brought it into work, let everybody try it. I just kept jamming up mags, and everybody enjoyed it. I also forgot to mention, all right, front and rear slide serrations. They're nice and aggressive, nice and chunky. Even the slide catch, slide release, whatever you want to call it, is nice. It protrudes well. It's not overtly small like the other one and flush to the frame. It kind of bows out a little. Now, I will say this, and this strikes me as kind of funny. So, in most newer generation Glocks, we have an LCI, right? A loaded chamber indicator. This barrel kind of copied the way the SIG with kind of like an LCI up on top. So it's slotted up there. That way you can see if there's a piece of brass candy in there. Did they need to do that? No, I don't know why they did that. But again, any Gen 3 slide will fit on this. So I put my Gen 2 slide right on top of here and vice versa. I took this slide and I put it on a Gen 2 Glock frame. Worked flawlessly. So you can see in this video clip, my buddy was shooting this thing, and again, the recoil impulse is good. Bore axis is fine. I mean, again, you're gripping the shit out of this thing and pulling as straight and as smooth back on the trigger as you can, as fast as you can, mind you. Okay, and you're gonna get some nice groups. Again, ease of racking. It's interchangeable with everything. You can't get better than a recoil spring assembly like this with a flat coil spring. I think they're just superior. Yeah, they always require a little oil to keep them from squeaking, but other than that, it's a fabulous setup, and I can't wait to come back with an X300 on it, and hopefully somebody will make a mount for an Acro P2, something that could accommodate those cross bolts. But until then, again, still rock solid setup. I would like, out of the box, a black frame. This kind of just stands out, but I would trust my life with this weapon system. I really would. So Ruger Magpul, you get a nice Mahalo from Big Daddy. So guys, coming up this season, we have cleaning products from Pro Shot. We have a rifle light coming up from Bright Night. We have magazine base plates and sight bases from Versa Tactical. A whole bunch of new cool leather products from 1791 Gun Leather. Escape and evasion stuff from Flat Black Industries. And whatever else you could think of. So welcome to 2025 with BDB. Check out my friends' links below. Remember, educate yourselves, your family, and vote the right way. Stay safe.